Welcome to Raleigh's Roast. Coffee, not beef. I'm your host, Raleigh Keegan. This is my good friend, Nick, producer Nick, who's good at everything. And this is our very first podcast. So, my name's Raleigh Keegan. I'm a country artist here in Nashville, Tennessee. And
artist?
Yeah, artist.
Okay.
I'm an artist.
You're going to call yourself an artist?
What do you want me to call myself?
That's a good point.
I'm a white guy from Kentucky, moved to Tennessee.
Perfect.
And this is Nick Gray.
Hello. Oh, that's
Nick.
my camera. Hello.
Nick is producer extraordinaire. Nick's the guy who's good at everything, and you hate him because he's not good. He's not bad at anything.
I think I'm okay.
He doesn't like wearing hats, but he's even good at wearing hats. Look at that.
No, you forced me to wear
Can we
a hat.
get a zoom in on the hat, please?
Am I going to do a zoom in on myself? I'm editing this. Am I going to do a zoom in on myself?
Yeah, I think so.
That's going to be really awkward. Also, for those who are just listening, this also has a video element to it as well, because some will just be hearing this.
Yeah, if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or
So
something
I guess
like
for
that.
the Zoom for the people listening, I could just do this and get real close.
Ooh, all right. Who's feeling uncomfortable so far?
We could do an ASMR podcast.
Oh my. Okay. What is this show about? Okay. This is a podcast about whatever we want it to be about. This is a free country, right?
We're
Last
in America.
I checked.
We're in America.
We're in America, the greatest country in the world.
Freedom
and
Factory.
We're going to do whatever Raleigh Keegan wants to do and whatever Nick wants to do and edit at the end.
Mainly what Raleigh wants to do.
Mostly what Raleigh wants to do. It's mostly a dictatorship.
I'm glad you're self-aware.
Well, you know.
So what are we doing on this podcast?
Okay.
We're going to talk.
We're going to talk. But also, one of my favorite things in the world is coffee.
Yeah.
I think I probably had my first cup of coffee when I was, 3 or 4 days old.
Really?
No,
Oh.
no, because you can't drink anything besides milk, I think.
I've never had a kid.
I don't remember when I was 3.
Right.
Every single time we do an episode, we're going to...
I hate coffee. I just want to put that out.
Okay, Nick hates coffee. Nick struggles with terrorism. But every single week, we're going to try two different cups of coffee. So here, I've got 2 cups right here for you guys to see. And Nick also has 2 cups. And what we've basically done is we've done 2 different types of roasts.
One is A, one is B, one is good, one is bad. And that's how every episode's going to go.
Good and bad.
Well, one is questionable.
Right. So we have different coffee shops and sponsors that are sending us coffee in the mail, and we're going to try them, and we're going to kind of compare them to stuff like Maxwell House, Folgers,
McDonald's. Or today's, which is 5-star gas station medium roast.
Yes.
Which is phenomenal. I'm so glad that we've done this.
We got to figure out whose beans is D's.
Whose beans are... So, we haven't talked about the good one. The good one is Maddie's Mountain Mud. Maddie's Mountain Mud is the name of the brand.
Okay.
Maddie's Mountain Mud is served in a coffee shop in Owensboro, Kentucky called The Spot. Shout out to them. And it's their home medium blend. So that's going up against 5-star gas medium blend. 2 medium blends.
Yeah.
And we don't know which one's which. One's marked A, one's marked B. And we're going to take our first sip now. And then... rate them.
Which one do you want to go? A, I guess.
And the rules are first sip is black.
Yes.
Always.
Nick probably, since he's not a coffee drinker, will want cream.
Yeah, I'll put this is cream. Hello.
But there's no cream in your first sip.
There's no cream in my first sip because that's the rules. First sip is black.
That's the rule. Now, Raleigh's rules.
Raleigh's rules.
On Raleigh's Roast.
Raleigh's Roast rules. We got to add another thing to the
Raleigh's dictatorship.
Rules.
Will take over the world.
Yeah. Wait, shh. All right, I'm going to go for it.
Let's go for A.
We're going to go for A.
So
which one's A?
I'll say this. I love big coffee mugs.
Yes.
All my mugs at home are big coffee mugs.
Those are actually mine.
These are yours.
Yeah, those are the ones I drink out of, but I let you have them because I'm a nice guy.
Right. Kind-hearted Nick. Nice Nicholas.
That's my
Nick.
That's my new name. Kind-hearted Nick.
Okay, shall we cheers?
Cheers.
Cheers to cup number A.
All right, here we go.
Cup number A.
See, I just don't like it because I don't like coffee.
See, I know exactly which one it is.
Really?
Yes.
Just from one?
Well, we'll try B.
Yeah.
Unless, I think I know exactly which one it is.
Maybe I could get into drinking black. That wasn't horrible.
Well, I'll tell you what. let me give you a little perk.
Okay.
These are there's 10 calories in a cup of coffee.
That is true.
So for those of
No
us
carbs.
who are trying to watch our figure,
No sugar.
maybe I want to be a figure skater someday.
What do you mean you already are one? Oh, we're not supposed to tell them yet.
Don't tell. So that's A.
This
so
is
one
A.
sip. I think I know what it is. But anyways, you want to go for B?
Well, let's rate this first because we should rate it now. Then we'll rate it at the end.
Are we doing out of 10 or
out
what?
of 10? Or how many R's?
I would give.
How many Raleighs? How many Raleighs out of
5.
10? How many Raleighs out of 10?
Okay.
I'm gonna give this a solid 8. 8 Raleighs.
See, I'm a little harder. I would give this 6.5 Raleighs out of Raleigh.
I'm gonna put like Raleighs.
Out of 10 Raleighs.
I'm gonna put like Raleighs on the screen.
Okay, that's good. Okay, I would give it 6.5.
Okay.
But I'm a critic. I'm a connoisseur.
And I don't know what I'm doing because I drink
So you gave it a 10, or you gave it an 8.
8.
Okay.
8 Raleighs.
So are we going for B now?
Yeah, we're gonna go for B.
Okay, y'all.
Here we go. Cheers.
To B.
Black goes first.
All right.
Yeah, I noticed a difference.
Yeah, there's a definite difference, and I'm a little confused now. I won't lie. Neither of these are bad. I wouldn't consider any of these bad.
This one tastes like a classic. It tastes more watery. I'll tell you that. This is
If I'm at a diner,
B.
if I'm at a diner in
Georgia,
North Dakota,
North Dakota.
if I'm at a diner in North Dakota,
Fargo.
or like Colorado or
Is
something.
Fargo in North or South?
Fargo's in North Dakota. If I'm there, I expect this coffee, number B, to be the exact coffee that I get.
I dated a girl from Fargo.
Really?
Yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there.
That's good.
I date.
Oh, Nick is single.
So
if
there's any Raleigh,
what do you want to
Keegan
rate
fans-
that?
I'm gonna give this one a 5.5. 5.5 Raleighs.
Dude, I won't lie. This is not much worse
Okay.
than the other one.
Okay. But you still think it's worse?
Yes.
Okay.
It is worse.
Me too.
I would give it 6 Raleighs out of 10 Raleighs. I'm starting to feel like the biggest narcissist. Raleigh's roast. How many
funny.
Raleighs? I like it.
I think it's funny.
I like it because it is me.
How many Raleighs out of 10?
How many Raleighs out of 10, y'all?
It gets 10 Raleighs. Yeah.
I'll give that 6 out of 10 Raleighs.
So yours is really similar because the first one you gave was 6.5, and then it was
Yes.
6. So it's like so you're not saying there's much difference in between Maddie's Mountain Mud and 5-star gas.
They are different. Now they are different.
We're not supposed to guess yet, but I know my guess already.
I know my guess.
Okay, but we're not supposed to guess yet. I'm gonna go ahead and add my cream so I can actually
Okay, you
drink
can
this.
add your cream. I can't decide. I think I'm gonna drink cup A
Okay.
because it was slightly better,
Okay.
and I would like a cup of coffee right now.
Okay.
So,
You can do that. It's your show.
anyways, do we give them the answer, the winner? Do we tell them?
Not yet.
Okay.
We'll wait till the end. We'll wait
Okay.
till the end. We'll tell it at the end.
Yeah, A is definitely better.
Okay.
Like without a doubt.
And you feel strongly about that. I didn't bring a spoon for my.
Oh, you gotta swirl it around.
Yeah, I'm swirling it with gravity. I'm using the gifts that God gave us.
So, I'll say this: the reason we're doing coffee is because, and not like bourbon, because I also love bourbon. But you can't. I mean, we do bourbon. You know, 2 podcasts a week.
I'm
You get a little toasty.
We're filming. This is during the morning, and so we can't really drink.
We could
bourbon.
We could. No, we could.
We could.
But there's a name for that. I think it's alcoholism.
Try this.
No, I'm not gonna try your creamy.
But this
crappy
tastes
coffee.
so much better. This is A with cream and sugar, and I'm going to raise it to an 8.5 with cream and sugar. We're not supposed to do that.
Give this video a like if you think I'm cooler than Nick.
Give this.
I'm kidding. No, Nick
Give
is
this video a
Nick
like
is way
if you
cooler.
feel bad for Nick.
Nick is way cooler than Nick. Or wait, Nick is way cooler than me. He can do way more things than me.
Give this video a like if you pity Nick and you would be his friend because he seems like he needs one.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good way to get likes.
Let's move on.
Unashamed. I mean, this is a great plug here.
I hate this.
It's okay.
I hate this.
It's our first time, guys. This is our first podcast episode ever, so you're gonna have to give us some grace, some leeway.
Thanks.
By the end of this year, we are going to be expert podcasters.
You give me grace on every page.
Is that from a song?
That's from a song. Whose song is it?
I would guess my song. All right. I'm looking at
the
this
artist.
I'm looking
Raleigh
at this
Keegan.
middle camera for a second. What are we doing next, Nick? What's up?
We're going to
next
talk
today?
about because there might be some that don't know who you are yet.
Okay.
So we're going to figure out who you are.
Okay.
That was a weird way to say that.
No, that's
but
cool.
I've prepared. I've done some homework and I've prepared some questions, some things that I don't even know about you yet.
Okay.
Because let's be honest, we've only been working with each other for a couple of months, so it's not like I know you super well.
Yeah, Nick. Just so you know, Nick comes on the road and does tour management stuff for us and does video stuff and behind the scenes stuff, and does a lot of different things. So Nick's very talented. So, but we've only been working together for what?
You're laying it on thick. Is this in lieu of like a pay raise?
I got a good bit of love for Nick Gray. His name's Nick Gray. What's your Instagram handle?
Other Nick.
All right, for all you fellows and ladies out there,
or just ladies,
whichever you know, it's 2020, man.
Female identifying individuals.
That could get you in trouble.
Yes.
All right.
Or not.
Maybe we shouldn't go there.
We're not.
This is our first episode.
We're gonna back out.
Maybe we should go there.
Nope.
All right.
Nope.
What's our first question?
We're gonna back out. Well, I thought it was really interesting when I first met you. I do know the answer to this question, but I do want to talk about it because when I first met you, one of the first things you said, because I was just kind of getting to know you. I was actually playing keys on that first gig.
Yeah.
And I was like, who are you? Where'd you come from? And you told me that you were a jock in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So talk about that. Why?
Ooh, yeah.
What's going on there? Nothing against jocks. I mean,
no, sure.
I'm not a jock. I wish I was. I'm allergic to exercise. It stings when I sweat.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, okay, that's good. So I played sports when I was younger, when I was all growing up, and I was way bigger than all the other kids. So I was, for the most part, way better at sports. I mean, I remember when I was like a little kid, my dad would like challenge me to strike everyone out. I was a pitcher in 3 pitches. But
wow.
This wasn't that cool though, for real, because like I was 5'9" in 5th grade.
So you're saying a hallmark of being a jock is you got to be just a big individual.
Well, when I was I'm getting to it. But the when I was little, I was huge, so I excelled at sports. So I like, you love what you're good at.
Yeah.
So I trained and I did all that stuff, but the whole time I was doing music. And in high school, I was the only white kid on the basketball team. And there was one other guy, but I don't think he stayed the whole time. But anyways, so I was like the jock kid. But what people didn't know is that during lunch and stuff, I would be done with my lunch and I would sneak away, and no one knew where I went. So now they're about to find out. I went to the band.
For all of you that went to high school with Raleigh, you wondered where he went during lunch.
You wonder where.
It's been burning.
It's been burning in your minds. I went to the band hall to practice my trombone. And I
forgot you played trombone.
I was good at trombone. I was first chair in the state in trombone and jazz and in concert band. So,
wow.
Yeah. So I was kind of a loser. Sorry. Well, I think I think of myself as that way. I don't think people who play band are losers, but because I did it. But at the time, like in high school, like you don't think of the kid who's first chair in the state in trombone as the cool kid.
Right. Well, I did.
You did
because I was in band.
Did you?
So I thought that the first chairs were cool. I was first chair.
What were you?
Timpani. There's only one chair.
You were a timpani?
Yeah, timpanist. I was a percussion player.
Timpanist.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's the word for it.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's English with Nick.
Do you want to write a book about it, or
I'm gonna the Timpanist. It's very similar to The Tempest.
The Timpanist.
Who's that? Is that Shakespeare? Who wrote The Tempest?
I don't know.
In the comments down below, put who wrote The Tempest.
Do you think any of them know?
I don't know.
Can any of you guys read? Okay, that's what I didn't. I was kidding.
You just insulted your whole family. Can you?
You know they know I'm kidding. They know me. You guys get me. Look at me right in the face. Zoom in on my face, Nick. When you edit this.
Oh,
you guys know each other. I know you. You know me.
We gotta do it in audio.
You know I'm a jokester.
You gotta zoom in.
I don't take myself serious. Oh, right there. For you listening on a podcast.
You gotta zoom in.
But anyways, I think I wrote my first song. People don't know this either, but I wrote my first song when I was probably 17, and I
Yeah.
was the singer of a rap group.
What?
You don't know this, do you?
No.
I don't think you can find any of our stuff online anymore.
I'm sorry, I'm going to stop you. Did you
Yeah.
say singer of a rap group?
Yes.
So not a rapper of a rap group.
No, and I dabble in rap a little bit. I mean, I like cover Eminem in my show.
You do, and you actually aren't terrible at it.
Yeah,
I will say that.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I can pull a little Eminem off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, so I was the singer for this rap group. I don't think you can still find it. Maybe you can, but somebody see if you can find it and then put it in the comments section or whatever. Our band name was the Queen City Kids.
Okay.
Okay.
Where is Queen City?
Well, they call Cincinnati the Queen City.
I didn't know that. I sincerely did. My best friend lives in Cincinnati.
Really?
Yeah, and I didn't know that.
Okay.
We're gonna meet him tonight.
Oh, great.
Maybe.
And
We'll talk.
yeah, and so anyways, what I was gonna say is I was the singer, and we like toured all around Ohio, and did.
Are you
these-
serious?
Yes, all these college shows.
I thought this was like a jokey, like.
No, dude, we had a huge fan base. We would sell like 200 tickets. We and get this, we opened for Matt Kearney.
What?
Yeah, which doesn't make any sense because
No.
we were like the most savage. Like, think of the worst topics you can think of for two like losers to rap about and sing about, and like that's what we did. And so it was hysterical.
This is news to me.
Yes, Queen City Kids. If anyone can find any Queen City Kids
Queen
footage,
City Kids, a rap group that you were the singer for, that opened for Matt Kearney
and toured all around,
and toured Ohio.
and other places too,
Toured Ohio and
like
other
the Midwest.
places.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
That's the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
I know,
Like,
I know. It's odd, and then so that begs the question: how did you leave that?
right. Yeah. Now enter being a country artist.
Okay, well, some interesting things happened there. So we were a rap group, and when I first started, like everyone will say this, but like I for real wasn't that good. I wasn't a good singer. Like I was very pitchy. I had a lot of things to work out. Like when you first started singing.
And when do you think that'll change?
So, Nick, let me finish my story. So, what happened? How did I get out of that rap group? We became friends with Kid Cudi,
What?
the guy who sings Day and Night.
Are you serious?
Yes.
This feels like a joke.
This is not a joke.
This feels like a joke.
I wish this was a joke, because watch, Kid Cudi tells the rapper, this is a true story. Kid Cudi tells the rapper that I wasn't good enough of a singer for us to make it. So, which at the time was true. Like if you guys found the Queen City Kids, like let me sing one chorus for you really quick.
Okay.
This was for real a song. It was like this. Why your girl keep texting me late at night? You thought that you should know you getting played all right. You want to serve me something like a waiter might. I mean, like, that's what we did.
See, you sound like a country singer.
Right.
Did you sound like that then?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
like, maybe I tried to make it more, maybe I tried to lose some of the, I hadn't moved to Kentucky at that point yet. Though.
Right.
So I had less of an accent. I mean, I lived in Kentucky for 10 years before Nashville.
Less twang.
And I picked up some twang in Kentucky for sure.
That's crazy that Kid Cudi said, you're not good
So
enough.
Kid Cudi, if you're out there right now,
What happened to the rapper from
F
Queen
you.
City?
I'm kidding.
What happened to the rapper?
Okay, the rapper's name was Graham. And
Okay.
he
Like Graham Cracker?
tried to do, yep,
Okay.
like that's his name, spelled the same.
Wow.
He tried to do a solo career for a while.
Uh-huh.
And I think now he's in New York trying to be a stand-up comedian.
Okay.
Which, like, I think he probably would be pretty good at. He was
Yeah.
always, like, really funny.
Yeah, but shows what you know, Kid Cudi.
Oh, my gosh. Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi, let me tell you something, bro. You were wrong.
We're calling out Kid Cudi.
People like Kid Cudi are the reason I kept going and got better. Kid Cudi's on my wall of shame.
This feels like a joke.
It is not a
This
joke.
feels like something we're making up.
It is not a joke.
I know, but
I
like
really-
you have to realize, do you hear the words?
Yeah. I mean, but here's the thing. This is Raleigh's roast. We're talking, this ain't beef. This is real stories.
No beef, just coffee. Should we change it to that? No beef, just coffee.
Coffee, not beef, is better.
Okay. All right. We're not making a change halfway through the first episode.
Wait, listen, we're just learning, dude. We don't know how to do this.
Just so you know. Okay, so that was a great story, and honestly, that answered a lot of the questions I had, which is when did you discover music? Well, maybe you could go into that because it was probably before high school. You probably discovered music before high school.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my dad used to sing James Taylor songs to me to help. Me and my brother are both adopted, and we have amazing, amazing parents. Dad used to sing Fire and Rain, Carolina on My Mind, a bunch of James Taylor songs.
Wow.
So that's like my first musical memory. And my dad was huge into like the Eagles, Steely Dan, Tom Petty.
Sure.
And my family loved like Garth Brooks and stuff like that.
As you do.
Yeah, as you do.
What about Chris Gaines?
I don't know that Chris Gaines made it into the record collection.
Are we gonna get shot?
We might.
Is Garth gonna send some of his minions?
Well,
for those of you that don't know,
in like 2 years when this podcast is famous, they're gonna look back on this
and they're
gonna say Raleigh Keegan and Nick Gray trashed Chris Gaines.
For those of you that don't know,
we love Chris Gaines. Nothing against Chris Gaines.
Not a whole lot of people know this. That's the same guy, and I didn't know that. I thought that was
Garth
a joke.
Brooks.
Yeah, and I didn't know that. I thought that was a joke. But Garth Brooks tried to invent a rocker artist called Chris Gaines.
Yes.
And he like dressed differently,
yes.
And he released an album, and he thought no one would notice.
And everyone did.
The biggest country star of the 90s. He was
one of the biggest selling artists of the 90s.
He was the biggest. Are you kidding me? Like Garth Brooks.
It was like him and Madonna.
Yeah.
And like Michael Jackson.
And he thought conveniently nobody would notice that there's this other, like rock artist that looked exactly like him.
Oh my gosh. There's also a video. I will say this, since I'm not famous yet, while we can still get away with it.
Okay.
There's a video of Garth Brooks talking about how he got on Facebook that we have got. I don't know if we can play it for copyright reasons. We might. If we can play it, and we find out that we won't get copyrighted for it, we'll play it now.
Have you? Okay.
But
if that played, then wow. If it didn't play, then we're still here.
We're still here. I mean, it's it's crazy that Garth Brooks' personality is so interesting to me.
So I do want to get into like why you chose, because we talked about how you used to be a rap artist. Briefly,
I wasn't the rapper.
Well,
but let's just
you were in a rap group.
Yes,
and correct. So you made the brave choice to go into country music.
The brave choice
from rap. I mean, because
Well, when Kid Cudi tells you suck, it hits home for an 18-year-old.
Yeah. So what was that like moving in?
Okay. So I was introduced to Zac Brown Band.
Okay, good choice.
And I'd never heard country music that I really loved before. Mm-hmm. And there was a few songs and a few records from Zac Brown Band that I listened to for like 6 months straight. And it was like I had just graduated college and I had like musical skill, but I didn't know what to do with it. Mm-hmm. And I was like, became obsessed with country music after that. And I like wanted to learn how to write songs.
Right.
And so the best advice I got was write as much as you can and don't worry if it sucks. So I was a personal trainer, and on my breaks, I would write a song. I would try to write like a song a day. I tried to. And I think I wrote like...
I tried doing that.
I think I wrote like 80 songs in a half a year.
Golly.
A lot of songs. And they all sucked.
Yeah.
Like it's a craft.
I made it to 30. I did a song a day for 30 days, and then I was like, I can't do this.
Yeah, it's a lot. That's a lot. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And so I started Googling. I was like obsessed. Like I was so jealous of all the people around. I was living in Lexington at the time.
Yeah.
And I was so jealous of everyone like playing out.
Sure.
There was like guys there that like owned the Lexington music scene, and I was so jealous of them.
Right.
And I was like, gosh, I'll do anything to like have gigs and like tour around and play.
Yeah.
And so I Googled it. I like literally Googled how to book show, how to get show, how to promote on social media.
Yeah.
And like that's the biggest question I probably get from everyone in my DMs and like my emails and everything, like, how did you do what you did?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do I get my music out there? How do I do this? How do I do that? And I like, it sounds like such a lame answer, but like Google everything.
Yeah.
Like there is not a thing.
Which I think that's an important distinction to make, is that like you're completely independent.
Yeah.
You don't have a label. You don't have like anyone else's dollars behind you.
Yeah.
You're doing everything organically, which I think is like A, really admirable, but B, like really hard to do.
Yes.
But also at the same time though, with like social media, it's kind of making it easier, because that's like a big thing for you. Like your Instagram has like 60,000 followers, like which like as of this taping, which is a lot, and that like probably helps a lot with like
yeah.
you know becoming an artist and things
yes.
like that.
I think it's like for any artist out there who's it's really hard at the start, because like you're your own everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I really did. I wouldn't do that. I don't think I'd do this again. Maybe I would do it again. Like as far as like how much I worked, but I was working like 12 to 16 hours a day, because you got to book. I mean, like if you're sending 400 emails a day,
Right?
You know, like, and then that's
400
and that's
emails.
just booking.
Right.
That's not songwriting. That's
Yeah.
not promotion. That's not gigging on the weekends.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes a toll. I mean, it took a toll on Shelby,
Mm-hmm.
my woman, and it took a toll on me.
Your woman?
I just don't think she belongs. That sounds bad. Well,
Maybe your wife.
she's amazing.
Your
we should
woman?
praise her for a moment. Let's just.
But we're calling her your woman. I just want to make sure that we're on the same page.
Well,
there.
it's endearing in some cultures.
Okay.
And this is Raleigh's roast. We're calling it my culture.
Great. In Raleigh's culture, you're a woman is in term of endearment. So
She is the sweetest.
We'll just make that
And
distinction.
so we went through a lot of hard patches. We sold our house.
Yeah.
Moved to pay for a record.
Mm-hmm.
That was a complete gamble. I mean, have you ever like quit your job? Not have you ever, but like it was It was very hard to quit my job and not know how to pay our mortgage.
Yeah, and like I can actually speak on that. Yes, I do know, because I have.
Yeah.
And I did. And
But
like,
most people, it is like that's the biggest thing holding them back is
Right.
the kind of the leap
mm-hmm.
that it takes.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like really uncertain for like a year or two. But then
Sometimes
like,
longer.
You kind of
Sometimes
get
longer.
but then you kind of get into like the groove of it, and like it starts getting easier, and you start building a fan base and things like that. Speaking of the fans, let's go into fan questions, because we got to wrap this up. But let's go into fan questions real quick. We're just going to do one. So by the way, submit your questions to podcast@RaleighKeegan.com, or just tweet you.
Both.
Or both. Or all of them.
That's great. Podcast@RaleighKeegan.com.
Instagram him. Smoke signal.
Insta, slip right into my DMs. You know.
Send a candygram. If we get a
find me on yarnball.com. Sorry, that was so lame. You won't find me on yarnball.com though, just to be clear.
What is that? Is that a real thing?
I was trying to think of a funny social media site, and like I was like, bang, I just lost. I didn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think I was funny with candygram. That's
that was great. Maybe I was jealous.
That was great. I'm the funny one.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we got a question from Dakota Laney, and that's at Dakota Laney, and it's, what's the hardest part about being in the music industry?
I feel like this one's easy. The hardest part about being in the music industry is the unknown, and is the lack of control. Yeah. Because there's so many things like timing. There's so many things. I had a conversation with my friend about this the other day. There's so many things that are out of your control that determine your successes. And I think that's super hard, and patience, the patience that it takes. They call Nashville a 10-year town.
Yeah.
There's many songs about Nashville being a 10-year town. I'm trying to skip a few of those years personally.
I think you have, honestly. If I could just like say something, I think you're like, what, 2-3 years into this? But I think you're already like 6 or 7 years into this.
Well, that feels good to hear. I hope that is the case. But, I mean, I think it takes time and hard work and persistence. Like, I think half the people in Nashville just want to know that you won't quit.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, as an artist, you've got to be, this has got to I've heard somebody say before, like, an artist, like, it's basically got to be your life. Like, there's no, like, other part of you. Like, it's like your life. So, yeah.
I think
the hardest thing.
I think that's a great answer. You did very well.
Oh, you did great. This is our first episode, everyone.
You did great.
Raleigh's roast, coffee, not beef. We've got to do the coffee.
We have to do the coffee. So we have to reveal. So I'm gonna open up which ones. So I rated mine A.
Yep.
I rated it at 8.
I rated my A 6.5 Raleighs out of 10 Raleighs.
Yes, yeah, and the grading scale is Raleigh's.
Right.
We've determined that. And then I rated my B a 5. I think it was.
My B, I would say, was if you could do 5.75, I would.
I could do that.
Wait, this is our rules.
5.75 Raleighs.
Yep. And,
So let's reveal which one's which. I think we know which one's which, but let's reveal it. The Mountain Mud, the boutique coffee brand, the Mountain Mud, Maddie's Mountain Mud was A.
yeah.
So, and that
And
was
B
pretty
was
obvious. B was the
Yeah.
5-star premium
So I
gas
feel like
station.
that was a little obvious because the B was so watered down. It was like definitely we're on the road all the time, and you can tell.
Gas station coffee.
Gas station coffee
has a taste.
has a taste.
Yeah.
Now I'm excited. Here's what I want. Gas stations across America. I want you to send me your coffee,
Speaking to gas stations.
and I want you to send me your coffee, and I want you to beat one of these boutique coffee shops just so you can say it. And I'm going to share it with all my followers that, let's say, hypothetically, Pilot or Loves or somebody beats.
Yeah. Mr. Loves himself.
Let's say Mr. Loves himself wins.
Yeah.
Beats this boutique coffee company. And also, for the boutique coffee companies, shout out to this one, Mattie's. Is it Mattie's?
Mattie's. Mattie.
Yeah.
Apostrophe S.
If you want us to try your coffee on this podcast and rate it, you just have to email podcast at
RaleighKeegan.com. And that's also where you can, we will send you shipping information if you have coffee that you want us to try. Or you can send us mugs or a hat for me to wear because he insists that I wear a hat. So we can do.
We're gonna set up a PO box, right?
We'll set up a PO box. So, but for now, just email podcast@RaleighKeegan.com and say, "Hey, I've got some coffee I want you to try, or a mug I want you to drink out of, or a hat that I want Nick to wear," and we will sit and tell you where to send that.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
No. Do you want to talk about your upcoming stuff real quick? You got 30 seconds.
Okay. Number one, I'm gonna be selling Raleigh's roast coffee. I forgot about that.
Oh. Yeah.
Which is going to be me working with a specialist roaster, and I'm going to sell it, and it's going to be dope. What is it going to be?
Dope.
It's going to be the best coffee you've ever had.
I forgot to say that.
Super excited. Have new music coming up. We're going to have guests on here. We've got super exciting guests lined up. Everyone who we think you should know.
We know what next week's guest is going to be. It's going to be the fabulous Nicole Miller. She's a friend of mine. She's a great singer-songwriter, and she is from Iowa, but we'll let her tell her story next week. We're going to have different types of people, country artists, people in the industry, people who relate to country music. Like I want to have people who love fishing on here, just different people. Yeah. That's a big crowd. Lots of fishing. You know, I think
life's a dance.
I think Les Claypool from Primus. I think he likes fishing.
We're gonna have Donald Trump on.
Let's go for let's make that the goal for season 1. Let's try to get Les Claypool from Primus on the podcast. I'm serious.
If you guys know Les Claypool,
bass player from Primus and singer,
just email podcast.
Les, if you're watching.
If anyone knows Donald Trump, email podcast@RaleighKeegan.com. We're gonna get him on here. We're gonna get him to try some gas station coffee. Mm-hmm. What do you think he thinks about that?
I think he thinks it's bigly beautiful.
I think that's it. That was great.
All right.
Great first episode. Raleigh's Roast out.
Perfect.
That was good.